Welcome to Deadly Night Tales.
Childhood Companion by Liah S. Thorley. She is sitting on the shelf, watching her, just as she always does. Dim moonlight is casting a sharp silver shadow over her face like the glinting slash of a knife. Her eyes are glistening like ice in her pale head. Ellie screws her eyes shut and whispers a quiet prayer. The bedside light is so close yet so far. She would have to sit up to reach the switch. All her childhood that face had looked down at her, cold and frozen like a dead child. Even now, years later, when she visits, that face is still there and chills her to the bone. Once, when she was very young, she had put her in the closet, closing the door and propping the chair against it, but it hadn't made any difference. She'd begged her mother to take her away, but the request was refused. An heirloom that must be loved and cherished, her mother had said. But Ellie couldn't love Maisie. There is nothing lovable about those small, parted, rosy lips, nor the pale blue of her eyes. There is nothing endearing about the slight flush of her cheeks or the dark corkscrew curls of her human hair. Ellie had a vivid imagination, her mother had said, but she was grown now, 23 and a college graduate, rational and clever. Ellie tells herself she is being foolish. She opens one eye to glance up at the shelf. Pulse thumps hard in her ears and her heart rises to her throat. Ellie sits up and reaches for the lamp. The yellow glow should be comforting, but Maisie isn't there. A shuffle under the bed. Ellie looks down, but sees nothing but dust bunnies. Tiny feet scuttle across the room. Ellie jumps down from the bed and grasps the first thing she can lay her hands on. She waits, breath held and defiance rising in her chest. A cold hand grasps at her ankles. Ellie has to fight not to scream. Closing her eyes, she swings the baseball bat and crashes it down. She had kept it by her bed since she was 10. Scream, stomach turning and heart stopping. Ellie's eyelids fly open. Maisie is on the shelf, her fixed stare glaring right at her with a satisfied malice and puffy little lips curled into a sneer. Something is crying, whimpering at her feet. People are running through the house toward her. Someone screams. Ellie looks down and sinks to her blood-coated knees as her aunt rushes in and scoops up the battered body of her 2-year-old son.
Thank you for listening to Deadly Night Tales. Please like, subscribe and follow us to help others find the show. And if you have a creepy story that you'd like a chance to have read on the show, please check the show notes for submission information. Thank you, good night, and sleep well.